Hey you guys, it's Peter! And I'm back! Of course I'm back. I'm YouTube famous now. Oh my god, what a day. So, ever the exciting life of Peter Monn. Do you guys want to hear how exciting my life is? Of course you do. Or you wouldn't be watching this video. I mean, come on now. Who doesn't want to watch this? Let me just tell you the last 24 hours of my life, okay? Hashtag true story. So anyway, we found a flea on Boo Radley. Partly because he was like, scritch, 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 scritch for like the last 3 days. I was like, oh my god. Like over the weekend while Alex was gone, I tried to ignore it, but that didn't really work so well because he just scritch, scritch, scritch. So anyway, Alex comes home and he's like, I think Boo Radley has fleas. Well, here's the deal. If one of our dogs has fleas, they all three have fleas. And I'm like, it's almost Christmas. He goes, it's not almost Christmas. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. I go, irrelevant. It's almost Christmas. I go, our dogs can't have fleas at almost Christmas. He goes, they run down in the woods, okay? So we back up to the woods. Do you guys know what the woods are? I don't know what you guys call it, the forest. I don't know what you call it where you're from. But anyway, we've always trees and creeks and stuff that run in our backyard. Very woodsy, very courier knives, if you have you. Very, you know, upstate Indiana, Michigan kind of gorgeous. Gorgeous. Anyway, so the dogs love to run in there. Like, okay, like they're wild animals. Well, they're not wild animals. They're not trapped animals that are like, you know, I don't know, wind in the willows and all that shit, living in little houses and bogs. And they're dogs. They're our pets. They're our children. So anyway, but they like to, they're just wild boys, okay? Boys. Anyway, so Boo Radley's scratching, so then Alex looks, he's like, oh my god, there's a flea on him. And I'm like, and it was so funny because the night before, I love that commercial where it's that little golden retriever and he's like, some of those bugs have some of those bugs, but there ain't no bugs on me. Have you guys seen that commercial? Okay, so anyway, hashtag true story. I always say that, I don't know why. I don't even know why I ever started saying that. It's the corniest thing in the world, but anyway. So, we have been putting this off literally for like a week. We have to take our dogs to the kennel on, Friday because we're going out of town for my aunt and uncle's 50th anniversary. We're going to French Lick, Indiana, where there's a casino and a spa and all this kind of stuff. We're real excited. So anyway, and my best friend who owns my dog kennel is not gonna let me bring my dogs in if they have fleas, okay? So, even if they come in singing that song, some of those mugs have some of those dogs, but there ain't no bugs on me. She'll be like, I see a bug on you. So they're go right on out the door. But anyway, so I was like, okay, we have to bathe them in the shampoo. We have to put the stuff on them. We have to clean all of their stuff. We had to throw away their dog bed. It was just very depressing. Well, I started very, very late last night. I started at like 7:38 going to do all the laundry. We had four, because our dryer is broken too, if you don't watch my videos consistently. Oh, by the way, one thing I want to say to you is YouTube is unsubscribing people to my channel, to a lot of channels. Please go in if you're watching this video and make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and please turn on the notifications as well. That's a way to ensure it. I don't know why YouTube is doing this. They won't really give me an answer. A lot of people, Philip DeFranco, a lot of people are talking about this. Because a lot of people are contacting me and saying, YouTube unsubscribed me from your channel and I didn't even know it. So please go look for it. It would mean the world to me. And make sure that you're subscribed to me. Okay, but anyway, so I went to this one laundromat that's open 24 hours. It no longer exists. It's completely closed down. So I went to this other laundromat, which is a very, very nice laundromat, okay? But $3 for the cheapest wash and $9.75 for the largest wash. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So anyway, I mean, that's some laundry. I mean, I ended up spending like $40 last night on not a lot of laundry. I was like, this is ridiculous. So anyway, the whole time I'm thinking I'm gonna walk in and Alex is gonna have these dogs done, right? Well, no, because Alex wants to take to his own mind. He's very much a man that way. And you know, if you give him a list of, you know, do the wash, do the laundry, do this, I'll come in and he'll be like, I changed all the light bulbs. I'm like, well, that's great, but did you get anything done on the list that I wanted? Well, no, because it's, anyway. Marriage. Those are the things they don't tell you when you're like, in the wedding pictures with the veil. I didn't have a veil, but if I did, I mean, those are the things they don't tell you. It's the list, the chore list. I think a chore list could ruin any marriage. But anyway, so we don't fight over money. We have a great sex life, not that you care. We're very affectionate towards each other. We've gone through some really serious shit made to the other side, but that chore list will kill us both. So anyway, so I come home and he has like vacuumed the entire stairs and baking soda them and put all this stuff. I mean, they smell very good. They look like brand new carpeting, but the dogs are not washed. And I'm like, what is going on with the dogs? So you can tell I'm kind of pissy. So as I'm Snapchatting pictures of my book that I'm reading in the bed that I had to make and completely do all that shit. And I was over it. I was like, I did not want this to be at 2 o'clock. I don't know why I'm putting my coffee back there. This is not actually coffee. This is Tezo chai. I am like, so that you can get at Starbucks, but I got it at the Walmart and then I make it in my Keurig. Give me a look. Fall. It's not even fall, it's winter now. Winter, it's Christmas. I mean, it's almost Christmas. But I mean, the day after Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, right? So it's Christmas. Okay, so anyway. So yeah, so we got all that stuff done, and then it was so nice. Do you guys ever like do all that stuff? Like I even Snapchatted a picture out of what our bedroom looked like last night because we never make our bed anymore. I used to make my bed every day, like how it was in a hotel. And then when I met Alex was like very college kid type. I mean, I was 36 and he was 24 when I met him, and he had just gotten out of college. And he was like, what are you talking about making my bed? I was like, you make your bed every day. Like, I straighten it down and tuck it in and fold it over and the pillows, and it looks like a hotel when I come home. He goes, oh, I can't stand that. So now I'm just kind of used to that. Does your husband or wife ever do anything and that like you really couldn't be bothered at first, and now you just like, I can't stand a made bed. And before it had to be like army corners. So anyway, so we get the whole bed made, and then Alex takes a shower and he's like, I'm going to sleep. So I was like, all right. So I drove around, I listened to my audiobook for a little bit, and then I came home because I had a hair appointment this morning. What do you think about my hair? Don't it look good? So anyway, I'm so pretty. Okay, but anyway, so did you guys see that Nick Snyder made a video that he's gonna send me a onesie? I'm waiting, Nick. I cannot wait. I will truly get up on here and rock a onesie. Okay. So, I love Nick Snyder's videos. They crack me up. All right. My friend actually called me last night. She doesn't watch YouTube at all. And she's like, oh my God, I was watching one of your videos and all these videos came up on the site. She goes, do you know this Nick Snyder guy? I was like, I cannot believe I'm having a conversation with my best friend about Nick Snyder. I was like, yeah, he's like a friend of mine kind of. And she's like, how do you know him? I go, through YouTube. I go, he's hilarious. I love his videos. So anyway, okay, so let me just tell you this story time I was going to tell you about the nasty neighbor, since this is taking me 20 minutes to get into. And I mean, I know people come for me in the comment section and they'll be like, when does he talk about nasty neighbors? And somebody will put 7 to 10 seconds. I'm like, you guys, can you not just watch a video for enjoyment? So anyway, when we moved into our house, okay, so this is my mom's condo that we live in, right? And back in the day, when I was very much in the professional track of becoming the CEO of a treatment facility, which I never wanted that position anyway, so irrelevant. I just really always just wanted to be a counselor. But anyway, my mom one time said to me, she goes, when I'm gone, this will all be yours and you can move in the condo. And I said, I will never live in that condo. I said, I'm not living in that old people's neighborhood it's kind of like a semi-retirement home neighborhood with like gates and security guards and all that kind of stuff. I said, I will never live in that neighborhood. All the people are 80. She goes, I'm 60. I'm the youngest one in here. I go, I know, and I will never live in there. She goes, well, whether you sell it, whatever you do, it'll all be yours someday. I was like, whatever. Now I live in this condo that I said I would never live in, and I'm so thankful for it. I mean, I love this condo. It has a full basement. It's wonderful. It's the perfect size for us, okay? I love our condo so much. But the one thing I do not necessarily love about it, which a lot of people I think would be able to appreciate, is that I am not joking about this when I say that the average age of our neighbors is like 80, okay? I mean, hands down, people sell their houses and they move in here. Our condo is the smallest condo unit in the entire neighborhood. There are some condos in our neighborhood that I'm not even lying to you are like $800,000 to $1 million. I mean, they're like 5-bedroom condos. Not even condos, right? And they sit on a lake. We have lakes in our neighborhood. And ours is not that. Don't get excited. Ours isn't that. Ours is the smallest unit in the neighborhood. But anyway, so let me tell you some of the things that we dealt with when we first moved in here. So do y'all have like that neighborhood lady that like walks the streets and she knows who everybody is in everybody's house, and when you come outside she talks to you, but she's not really nice when she talks to you? Ours is, I don't want to say her name, but it's like her name is like alliteration, right? So like, like Mary Marigold. Let's just call her Mary Marigold. How about that? Okay. So Mary Marigold, who probably is, I'm not even lying, if my dad is 76, she's probably in her 80s. She walks up and down the streets. And I don't know where she goes for like most of the spring and fall because she's not here. But she always comes back, and like you have to she keeps the key to the tennis court. So if you want to play tennis, you have to go to her house and ask her for the key. Like that is so unfair. I pay like homeowners association dues at the ask to have to go to some old broad and ask her for, can I have the keys to the tennis court? Well, who are you playing with today? Well, Alex and I. Oh, your husband. Yeah, my husband. Can I have the tennis keys, please? Well, somebody's booked it for 6. Well, it's 2. Can I have them now? I don't know. It's ridiculous, right? So anyway, So this same woman, Mary Marigold, okay, have you guys ever seen Requiem for a Dream when all those women sit out front and they're like sunning themselves with those things and they all sit in a row? Okay, so we have a very nice pool, right? It's like a neighborhood pool, but it's very nice. And it's like landscaped and gorgeous and all this kind of stuff. So there's probably 6 or 7 women that are all like in their 80s that sit in a row like that, sunning themselves, right? So the pool is not that big. It's like a kidney-shaped pool, like in somebody's backyard. So they all sit in a row like that, right? And we're up there. Alex and I are on the other side, right, one day. Now, Alex wears boy shorts that are like not like, they're not tight and they're not loose, but they're like tighter, right? And they're like these, it's like plaid, like this. And they actually look like, very like J. Crew preppy shorts that you would wear, but it's a bathing suit. So these women are like over there and they're like looking at Alex, right? And he's like walking around the pool. Have I mentioned to you that Alex's ass is like this? I think I've said that before. So like when he's walking around a pool, like he looks good. People notice him, right? So here are these 80-year-old women, right? Standing like this, and they're like this. Watching my husband as I'm all sitting over here all gutted out, right? Ain't nobody watching me. But anyway, so Alex sits down, he goes, those women over there are like watching me. It's so uncomfortable, right? And I'm like, don't even worry about them. And they're really nice. They're nice, kind of. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. So anyway, you wanna come up here, Pee-Pee? Pee-Pee's like, I wanna come up there, but that chai tea is in the way. So anyway, Pee-Pee said, I had a bath last night, Dad, and I'm awful pretty now. So anyway, so we're sitting there and like we're sitting there and we're like reading and talking and stuff like that. And all of a sudden someone goes, who are those boys over there? Boys. Okay, this is literally 5 years ago. Boys. And this Mary Marigold, she goes, that's Peter and Alex. They're homosexuals. But 2 of the nicest homosexuals I've ever met. They don't do much about their yard, though. I was like, is this really what we're living in? And then she goes, his mother was Bobby. Do you remember her? Borderline bipolar depressive. I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? My mom. That was totally not my mom. I was like, oh my God. And I like sat up and I looked at her and she goes, it's the truth. I was like, oh my God. So anyway, that was the one story. I mean, she just is relentless, right? And so the other week she was like, we have new neighbors that I sort of got bought this small shitty condo and they put like 200,000 in it and it now looks like some beach hut in Cape Cod. It's gorgeous. I want to move in and get rid of this. So anyway, so she's like in there looking in the windows when they're like moving in and stuff and she wants to see, right? And she's like looking in the windows and they come out and she's like, hi, I'm Mary Marigold and I'm the one that runs the neighborhood. And I'm standing right out there. I go, Mary, you don't run the neighborhood. Nobody runs this neighborhood. I pay homeowners association. This couple's like, what are you talking about? Like she and I now get into it. I need to just leave the lady alone. I mean, I need to see nicest homosexuals you ever meet. So anyway, but when we first moved in here, I kind of joked about this in my video yesterday where I was talking about the woman that said, it's not very nice when you step in it with the dog poop. So I had a different dog when I had a Jack Russell Terrier when I first moved in here. And so I was taking him outside on a leash because he had to be on a leash. And he pooped like in this woman's yard. And I didn't have anything to pick it up with because like I said, my dogs run free. I don't pick up their stuff. So I go over there and this woman's like standing and she's like on the edge of her grass. Like, and she's across the street. She's not even in the yard where the dog is pooping. And she's like, her feet are like literally like on the edge, right, of the grass. As if she like stepped off, she'd fall into the pool, but it's the street, right? And she's looking at me and she goes, you gonna pick that up? And I go, sure. And she goes, do you have something to pick that up with? And I go, I'll go get something inside. She goes, I mean, it's not very nice if you step in it. Have you ever stepped in it? I go, dog shit? Yeah, I've stepped in dog shit before. It's not very nice if you step in it. I'm just saying. I go, okay. So I go inside and I put the dog inside. I'm like, and I get this plastic bag. And if you guys ever, like, whoever picks up dog shit off the grass for their, that's stupid. It's compost, leave it there, okay? So anyway, I'm picking this up. It won't come off the grass. And I'm like, oh, it stinks. And I'm like, So anyway, like Alex can't do it. He's like, So anyway, I'm picking this up. It's not going in the bag. It's a mess, right? And I'm watching it. She's like inching closer and closer. How? I don't know because she's like now in like the street almost. She goes, did you get it? I go, she's like 85, no lie, right? And I go, yeah, I got it. And I hold it up like this, right? And she goes, I'm just saying, it's not very nice if you step in it. And I looked at her and I go, okay, I understand. And I turn to walk away. I'm literally like 5 feet in, like 5 feet across my yard. She goes, I'm just saying, baby, I mean to tell you. I whipped around so fast. I said, let me tell you something. I said, do you know what else is really not very nice? I said, none of you nasty ass neighbors coming up to us, none of you want to pass judgment and say, we don't pick up our dog poop. It's not very nice if you step in it. I go, nobody brought us loaves of bread. Nobody brought us, dishes covered. Nobody welcomed us to the neighborhood. Nobody said, hey, it's really nice to have you here. None of it. No loaves of bread, no covered dishes, nothing. We didn't get anything when we moved in this neighborhood. That's what's not nice. And I turned around and I walked inside that house, right? And I called Alex and I said, yeah, let me tell you. I told her. He goes, well, why did you get into it with this 85-year-old woman? I go, well, that's not really the point. I go, but I told her, right? Flash forward about 3 days from them. I'm coming home and I always drive in and so I can check the mailbox. And I drive up to the mailbox and I pull it down and guess what was inside of our mailbox? A half-eaten bag of Wonder Bread. She boogered me. She put a half-eaten loaf of Wonder Bread up in our mailbox. Boogered. So anyway, she doesn't live in this neighborhood anymore because she aged out, and I think she now is probably in one of those assisted living programs. I hope she's living a wonderful life. I wish no harm on anybody, not even my nasty-ass neighbors who make my experience just so wonderful living here. I had to park on the street because I'm afraid my car won't start, and the guy across the street whose driveway is over here, and I'm parked over here, there's no way he could hit my car. Every time he drives by, he goes like this. So one day I go like this, I go, could you roll down your window? He rolled down his window, I go, hey, listen, I'm really sorry. I said, and he's like this, he won't even look at me, he's like this. I go, I'm really sorry I have to park on the street, but I've got problems with my car, I'm worried it won't start. And he goes, mm-hmm. And he just drives off. This is what I deal with on a daily basis with. Welcome to the retirement community. It's gated, it's safe, it's better. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I got exciting videos planned for the week of Thanksgiving, so make sure you come back. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel because a lot of people are getting unsubscribed. Like I said, it would mean the world to me. I love you guys. Follow me on all my social media. You know I tweet and snap you back, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.